So we'll go on to the accident. Leading up to it, whose idea was like, hey, this sounds dope.
So we wanted to do RPGs for a while. Do you guys want to be the first ones to see it?
I've shown one other person with his permission, and it almost made him cry.
Jesus.
3, 2, 1.
Holy
Fucking dude.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick insert real fast for this episode. Today's episode is absolutely crazy. Brandon and I were fortunate enough to interview the guys over at Ballistic High-Speed after their accident. If you don't know the accident, Adam was firing an RPG-7 and it exploded as he pulled the trigger right here. He is lucky to be alive. Both their stories about this event are absolutely insane. We will be playing the footage, so stick around if you want to see that. It will be censored, but if you want to watch the uncensored version, it will be on their channel. Go give these guys support. Go help them. They are amazing humans. Big shout out to Adam for showing up to the range 3 weeks after the accident and then coming on this podcast. And shout out to Bryce for keeping a cool, calm, collected head and pretty much saving Adam's life. These two dudes are amazing humans. Go check them out. Also, if you want to support them in another way, Adam's medical bills are insane right now. They've started a GoFundMe. And if you want to support that GoFundMe, we will leave a link below. You are going to see one of the most visceral reactions from Brandon and I watching this footage. It caught us both off guard. It's going to do the same for you all. That I promise. That it takes a lot for me to have that reaction. So also, holidays are around the corner. This can be a bright, cheerful, happy times, but some of us are going to go through some dark times. DM me, DM any of these guys. Reach out to the communities you amazing humans have built. It's why I love y'all. Even during these holidays, I know everyone has a battle buddy that they can cover down with. And that's thanks to all of you. I truly mean that. That is thanks to all of you people out there. If you are going through a dark time right now, just know it's going to end. It will end. Promise. I promise. I will impart this knowledge. I don't know who said it, but it's something I do live by. Diamonds are forged in pressure. They're not just forged out in the open. It is through the hardest, most brutal things that a diamond is forged. Keep your head up high. Be motivated. Push through this. Understand that trials and tribulations are always going to happen in your life, but they're making you a stronger human. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the episode. And cheers to all of you.
Oh, okay.
Sinking claps.
Fucking Jesus.
All right, so if you guys wouldn't mind, please stop saying racial slurs. We're recording now.
Yeah, geez. I have not seen that so hard.
Fine.
That was rough, dude.
They were about to leave because they found out it was hosted by two Mexicans. We were like, whoa, calm down.
Like,
We'll give you your
I
views.
still might leave.
They were using the other hard R.
These W backs.
W back? I forgot about
We were
that.
going to make a shirt that's just a W on our back. We can sell it to our Hispanic audience.
Because I'm only half Mexican, so I think the term was moist back.
Yeah,
Moist back.
yeah, moist
A
back.
slightly damp back.
Well, that's why I'm still here, because you're still half okay.
Okay, good.
That's how it
they'll fit right in.
God. Oh, they're getting along just fine. Half Yossi, okay.
Oh shit, are we using
fuck.
bush lattes for the?
Yeah, I'll do a bush latte.
clicks?
Sure.
So I've got more down here.
Yeah, because we gotta start it right.
It's like ASMR.
You are Indiana boys, huh?
Yeah.
What is with that?
Indiana, Iowa. It's like a cultural thing.
Bush.
It's a very white culture.
Well, we don't have.
It's like soda, Coke, pop.
Well, we don't have anything to
Racial
do.
slurs.
So like when you start drinking, when you start drinking at 9 a.m, it's got to be a pretty light beverage.
Oh, that's
so
very true.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that was a
That
good
was
one.
crisp.
We're going to have to go
Hi,
to the high-speed
everyone.
replay.
Welcome to the Unsubscribed Podcast. We are joined by Eli Double Fap and our brand new two guests from Ballistic High-Speed. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Well, he's Bryce. I'm
Bryce.
Adam.
Triple fap.
That's about it.
And this is the Unsubscribed Podcast.
Hey, welcome, you beautiful sons of bitches. This is
I'm
Dave.
Brandon Barbera.
Brandon
I guess.
Barbera, yeah, our beautiful Brandon Barbera joining us with his lion's mane today.
Like a lion.
I got
As
to touch
Evan
it
Haper
for the
says.
first time.
It was a magical
It was
experience for both
wonderful.
of us.
Was it?
We are
Was it
kind
good for you? It was good for me.
of, we are
I haven't
kind of
washed my
drained
hands
after
since
this.
then.
This is we have been running ragged to say the least.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, more podcasts. Let's go. You guys put on an amazing range day yesterday. It was I would say it was a success.
It was huge. There were so many people there that we didn't expect the turnout we got, and we were honestly terrified. But everybody was really cool. Everybody was safe. It was, Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it just because everybody else had a good time. I shot like maybe 50 rounds all day.
Yeah.
I didn't shoot anything.
Yeah, we didn't.
It's all the gun guys probably didn't shoot that
Right.
many
Yeah,
rounds.
like kind of have access to like most of this. So
It was for us. It was just like people pulling us in, like vendors, like trying to show some love to the vendors and stuff
Tim
like
Kennedy
that.
coming in a helicopter was pretty boss. Though.
I know.
That was definitely a
Everybody
power
just
move.
looked at that. We're just like, that's Tim.
That is what it is.
I was like, Tim, you can fly now? He's like, well, not technically. I have to have one of these guys with me. I have 4 hours of flight or night flights, and then I can.
Oh, he
fly.
actually flew it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tim,
I didn't know that.
Tim flies it.
That's fucking cool,
Okay, that's
man.
even cooler.
Dude, Tim's ready for the end of the
I
world.
thought it was
We
like
are
Burt
fucked
Reynolds or
if we find a helicopter. It's gonna be like Edge of Tomorrow. Well, Brandon's died 80 times, but he kind of can take off now.
I love the implication in that movie is that he learned to fly a helicopter
Through death.
through dying.
That's fucking rough. Oh, how you guys doing? You guys,
We're doing really well,
I have so many questions. We were nerding out about camera gear because I was like, oh,
which is unusual for me.
he gets it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure to keep this on track. I'm not gonna let them do their thing.
Well, I kind of figured it would be like you guys talk about
like
cameras,
split camera.
We'll talk about other stuff, and then
Yeah.
just play all of the audio all together. And
It'll be
just
great.
whatever the captions do, they do. I mean,
Nobody's gonna get confused.
it's
It'll
all
be
at the
great.
same time. Yeah.
Right ear
People-
cameras, left ear something else.
People would unsubscribe it. So like they talk the entire time, but everyone all at once,
Yes.
and nothing was understood.
That's the title of the episode. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
all at once.
But in slow motion.
We have a fucking story today. You specifically have a fucking story
Do indeed.
today.
Yes.
We can wait for it, or we can just get it out of the way, or part of it, because it is fun.
How many lattes do you need before you can talk about it?
It also explains the nice long sleeves that you're
Yep.
wearing today.
Yep. Keep you warm in the Texas weather.
Been my attire for
God, I'm retarded. I thought those were long john underwear.
no. These are in fact
Eli, that's called triage.
They're from Indiana. I don't know. They definitely
This
own
was a
pairs of
style
long.
back when I was in like high school, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did
Yeah.
get like a high school flashback.
Yeah. See, I'm not wrong.
It's cool. I'm bringing it back.
I was like,
All of a sudden, I
fuck.
heard Blink 182 in my head. It was, yeah.
Okay, so they have a fucking crazy story. Before that, you guys, Ballistic High-Speed, you started doing high-speed camera gun shit. How long ago?
Our channel started 2 years? Summer of 2021.
Perfect.
So
timing.
like 2 years. About.
You're like, COVID. Okay, let's shoot
Honestly,
shit.
yes.
Just like half the country.
Yeah.
It was either, oh, let's go out to the woods and shoot shit, or let's burn down our local Wendy's for social justice.
We almost did that.
It was, you know, it was one or the
in
other.
AutoZone.
That channel didn't take off.
As it turns out, the Molotov channel was highly illegal.
It was in high speed also. It was crazy.
All the employees running out the place.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
10,000 frames per second of evidence.
It was actually
Try
because I
subpoenaing all that data.
just forgot to do the Form 2s on the Molotovs. That's
Yeah.
There you go.
That was what got it.
Turns out all of them did.
So you started in 2021. Whose idea was it? You guys been friends for how long before?
They're not friends now.
We don't even like each other.
Really.
I'm glad it got her.
As you wrap him and take care of
I've
him.
been helping him every morning.
You're his husband and you hate him.
Yeah. I've replaced his wife for the last 2 days.
Well, this is off to a great start for me.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are so, because even finding, he's like, does the place have a washer? I have to wash it and make sure he's bandaged. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Well, every morning I have to use 6 rolls of gauze, 6 washcloths, 5 towels,
Jesus.
and I usually go through like 8 to 10 sets of like nitrile gloves
Oh, you're going to find out what
to get
happened.
through all of the.
We're getting there.
Next
we're,
time on Dragon Ball Z.
We're getting there. We just got to build a backstory of what they do in order to get there.
No, we met many years before we worked together. The girl I was dating at the time, he came and did a music video for her, and then we just kind of stayed in touch on Facebook. And then one day, he just randomly posted, he's like, does anybody have land and some guns? He's like, I've got my slow-mo stuff and just haven't really done any guns yet. And I kind of half-assed jokingly responded because I live like an hour from him. I was like, if you want to drive an hour, sure. And then he was like, yeah, okay.
No shit, was that
Yeah.
fast? You're like, oh yeah,
And
done.
then a lot of people have probably seen it. It was just muzzle exits of, I think I had like 10 guns or something.
Yeah, the like really clean white background. Like here's a 9mm, here's a 22, here's
Yeah.
a 45, and Like I'm used to just post.
Jamie, pull that shit out.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys have a Jamie?
We have a Jamie. His name's GVAN, but we call him Jamie now because he didn't know that reference.
He had no idea. He was like, I got a text. He was like, "Who's Jamie? Why do they
fuck
keep
is
calling
Jamie?
me?" I was like, "Oh my god, G-Man, watch one episode."
One episode.
Making fun of him, like, how the fuck are you in like here in full flannel, a tactical hat, blue jeans, and you've never seen fucking Joe Rogan?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd done high speed for like 10 years. Like it's pretty much been my whole life. And so
It's something you just don't learn overnight. By
correct.
the way,
No, not at all. So I'm used to making a random slow-mo video, posting it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. It gets like 200 views. Nobody cares, but it's fun for me. So that's what this was. So we went and filmed like 15 different guns, 100,000 frames a second bullet, muzzle exits. And then I posted on Facebook, go to sleep that night, wake up, like 4 million views. It just like on my
shit.
personal
Like
Facebook
overnight.
page.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a business one. It was just Bryce.
Yeah, and then I posted it on my Instagram at the same time, and the NRA picked it up and shared it. And that went from like 700 followers on my personal Instagram to like 20,000. Like it literally blew up. And
Jesus.
that, like, being from northern Indiana, we're not used to anything ever. So we're like, what do we do with this? And that birthed the channel basically. And then that one creator we met last night, what was his name?
I always get his name wrong. Colleen
Colleen?
Colion, yeah.
Colleen,
Colleen,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, he shared it as well. So it was basically him and the NRA sharing it is what birthed our channel. So we got to thank him for that last night.
We totally jumped in with it.
Yeah.
Colion's good people. He's fucking rad.
Donut pointed him out, and I was like, "That's actually him." Bryce just had the video, and he was like, "Hey man,
Hard,
does this
hard
look
to see
familiar?"
it. Hard to see at night, but a very good man.
Yes, yeah. We had to go
Beautiful
inside.
Very
we had to go inside.
difficult
where
to
there was
fight.
light
They're not
on.
hanging me out to dry on that.
difficult to fight at night though. It's like you white people in the clouds just can't fight.
Can't do it.
Was that Theo
Theo
Von
Von's?
bit?
Oh
He's just
my
like,
God.
You ever fought six
Close
black
your
dudes at night? Close your eyes. That's how many you're fighting.
Now how many you're fighting? Nice. Oh, that
God.
dude's that
So
guy's
you guys,
awesome.
and then you're like, okay, hey, this is blowing up. This is, and now what's the next step? Hey, let's
Yep.
test different rounds. Let's test it hitting,
Yeah,
falling,
and I think
all that.
incidentally, our channel started really strong. We happened to get ammo companies reaching out, wanting to send us stuff. Chris from Ballistic Dummy Lab reached out pretty quick. Our first episode is a ballistic head getting shot with a 50 API round, and somehow YouTube didn't care.
Yeah.
YouTube, please don't care anymore.
We didn't even know that it was. We didn't know like all the rules yet.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the title, it was like armor piercing incendiary. Like we couldn't have thrown more red flags than we possibly.
What's weird is like to people who don't know the YouTube side of this, it's not the ballistic dummy head part.
Yeah.
It's the eye part. It's the
Yeah.
incendiary. Apparently, incendiary ammo is treated the same as just a lot of other like.
No
But-
shit.
Yeah, no, incendiary ammo is not. It's just like full
very
on.
bad.
Specifically
whatever.
outside.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
just that, like,
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
So, but like somehow we slipped
weird like that.
perfectly into the educational section of ballistics and firearms, and we've kind of just been getting away with it.
well, you guys do like break. You guys break down your videos
yeah.
very, very good. That's the one thing. My takeaway was like, okay, they're actually like going full in depth when
Yeah,
you're
like-
doing the breakdowns on damage, like the velocity. Hey, here's you're naming the bone structure and what it's cracking.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's all him. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Picking up each bone
Ironic,
along.
isn't it?
I get. I don't know how you feel about it. I get like kind of jealous of like a lot of the other like gun tube guys because they can just like shoot a bunch, just blow stuff up, like have a great time, get millions of views with it. And we tried that a couple times, just like montages of different stuff. And it's like, instead of our usual like 200, 500,000, it's like 20,000. To be
fair.
like our subscribers want like a question, and then they want answers, and they want they got to show your
They want
homework,
the
like how you
Mythbusters
did
approach
it
every
yeah.
time.
To be fair, it took me about 15 years to get to that audience size. And it took you guys too.
Oh my god!
Yeah, a lot of these
Yeah.
guys, you have to understand, these guys have been grinding. We've talked about this in the past. It's a lot of people think, like, we look at you guys and we're like, fuckheads. Fucking congratulations. Oh, shit. But then you do the backside is you've done
I've done this for
cameras.
over a decade.
A decade.
Yeah.
You're the fuckhead now because you didn't do anything. You collected guns, you piece of shit.
I trained in shooting for
No,
13
he-
years.
I'm joking.
No,
Because like even before the obviously the incident we'll talk about later, but like even before all that, I was saying I was sharing your videos to other creator friends of mine, saying like these guys are the big up and comers. I think I showed you,
You
their
sent
shit.
me, you literally said, that's I remembered instantly. I was like, holy shit, yep, their camera work is fucking next level.
I said these guys are the new up and comers. They're basically doing like a lot of what Richard Ryan was doing back in the day, like with the super high speed, high
Rated
production
R,
quality shit.
Yeah.
Like nobody's doing that. Like nobody is doing that kind of production shit.
Nobody
right now.
wants to go 6 figures in debt for a camera.
And fucking fair.
Which my question on that, just real quick, is how many Phantoms are shooting at once? Because you have multiple different angles. I don't know if anyone else pointed that out, but I was like, do they have 3 Phantoms?
At one point, I owned 4 Phantoms.
Christ.
Hold on.
I thought you
Hold
were
on.
I thought you were faking it with like firing 3 different times. with
so
three,
that's why I was like, they're getting one for each angle because I was
Why?
like, holy shit, these are all the exact same cameras.
This is why I'm poor.
I mean, at one,
Okay, Brandon's like, whoa, hold
I
the
think
fuck.
I can't
one of
afford
them-
one.
I can't afford any of them.
I'm in debt.
I think one of the shots you brought out kind of like everything and mathed it out. It was like $550,000.
Yeah, it's like half a million when all Phantoms are on set. I sold one of them because it's like the oldest of the models. But at one point, I owned a Miro, a Flex, a V711, and a V2512, which is like a very wide range of different use cases for Phantoms.
That's a lot of letters and numbers that sound expensive.
Yes.
I was blown away by the V711. That was the really good one that he had when we got started. And it's so funny now that he got the 2512. The 711 is just like kind of like off to the side.
That's how they're getting like 100,000 frames a second on one shot. And the videos, it's crazy because my favorite I was telling Brandon earlier, I was like, it's crazy watching even how the windshield. I thought I thought that was going to raise.
I thought there'd be so much more deflection.
Yeah.
In the military, you were trained shoot low. It's gonna that 5.56 is gonna kick up high, and then you'll hit them in the head. Versus what you guys broke down was like, no, that
Almost no deflection.
Yeah.
especially 308. 308 was the most nasty.
So was it going? I didn't watch all. I saw some of the clips you guys put up on Instagram, but I didn't watch it. Was it going into a windshield and into the person?
Yeah,
right.
Because I think
We
a lot of the
haven't- we haven't
deflection
done the
issue
out
is
yet.
outward.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
shooting
Yeah, we
from
haven't done that
inside
yet.
a vehicle and then outward because that's where you get 50 yards down. There's a difference between 3 foot of deflection versus 150 feet of deflection.
But military, they still trained us to like aim low in the windshield because it's gonna really rise up.
Yeah. No,
Army,
like,
you taught me wrong.
yeah, we don't like.
The next one that we want to do will be shooting out, and then we want to get like a newer vehicle because that was like an 80s Buick something.
Yeah.
So I don't know if windshield technology's changed much, but
Just more
so we just want to get like a newer one.
But dude, the 308, Brandon, that thing goes through. It's just like it goes slower than any other thing, other than the blood splatter in the back window is hilarious because in the front seat you just see like it is what's it called the movie accidentally shoots.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction in the background because it's like dude sitting there and there's like splurt like, in the entire back.
You
window.
killed.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that was nasty.
No.
Yeah.
Ho, 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 gentlemen. Get ready to jingle and deck your balls this holiday season with our friends over at MANSCAPED. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have just launched their Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. But I like to call it a small gift for your big package. Featuring Santa's #1 helper, the Lawnmower 5.0. Manscaped guarantees that you'll be stuffing more than stockings this season. Let your ornament shine. That's balls. Let your balls shine. And enjoy 20% off if you head over to manscaped.com and use code UNSUB. Mrs. Claus will thank you. Thank you. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is a one-stop shop for holiday gifting perfection. I love it because I never nick my twig and berries. Take care of those chestnuts with Manscaped's Boxers 2.0, featuring their signature jewel pouch to keep you calm, cool, and collected. Manscaped has you covered with their new Shears 3.0 nail grooming kit. Get 20% off and free shipping if you use code UNSUB at manscaped.com. Give the gift of Manscaped this holiday season.
Like
was
we
pretty brutal.
don't have like I'm not a gun person in terms of like my background at all. Like, I enjoy the physics and how they work and the high speed and all that stuff. So I don't have any preconceived notions. I don't have any preferences for guns. I'm just not that person. So I go into all of these because I want to find out. So it's not like we're setting out to prove what we feel about guns is right. We're like we've heard this is true. We don't have a clue, but we can actually find out and like do the real research. So like that's half the goal of our channel is to like figure out how bullets actually work. like 50 cal going next to something, is it going to break your arm off? Those kind of myths.
I hate that
I know,
fucking
I
myth
know.
so
It
much
drives me
because
nuts.
anybody who understands basic physics or math
Yep.
can figure that out. It's like if the 50 BMG, so the premise is
If the bullet hits 50, like just 1 inch from you, it will tear your head off. That's scientifically proven each and every time. Trust me.
I'm triggered.
so many fucking people say shit like this. They're like, oh yeah, well, if
make
it just
sense.
passes by you, the pressure will kill you instantly. It's like,
No.
okay, there is a predetermined amount of pressure that will kill a human as far as pressure wave goes. In order for a 50 BMG bullet to be able to exert that amount of pressure
of
just by
light.
being around it,
Mach 50.
give it, and we know the amount of pressure there at the chamber for a 50 BMG or leaving the muzzle. We know the amount of pressure. To be able to exert that amount of pressure around you to kill you instantly, the bullet would stop after like 3 feet.
Yeah. That energy is dissipated immediately.
Yeah, the energy would be fucking.
But also, there's an even
ridiculous.
easier way to think about it, which is you want bullets to go as long, as straight as possible. So if it's causing all of this sonic disruption everywhere, it's not efficient anymore.
Dibs
it's
on
just
the
like a plane.
Dibs on the indie band name Sonic Disruption, by the way.
Look, I think the
Gates
important
your
thing
ass
to remember
fucking
is that a 9mm will blow your lungs straight out of your body.
The president told me that.
Yeah. The commander in chief, he has to know what he's doing.
I think that exact comment is like 1% of our comments.
Oh my gosh, so many times. We get nothing but requests to work with Kentucky Ballistics, and then whatever the hot meme take is of like 9mm blows your lung out or something like that.
like
That's
that.
like 90% of our comments.
Well,
And then
everybody
10%
thinks they're
people calling us
commenting
stupid.
it for the first time.
Yes.
I bet it blows the lungs out of the body.
Yeah.
They've never seen this one
It
before.
kind of helped out though, because we did a 9mm versus 45 comparison just on a torso,
You
and it was like a
bitch.
it was like a
45
long
won
time
every
ago.
time, right?
Every war. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
but it was kind of like a dead video. We'd done it so long ago when that 9mm blows the lung out comment
Yeah.
came out. It kind of revived that video.
That was our first
and It
multi-million
kind of brought it
view video.
back.
That
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like, so that's another example of how I don't have preconceived notions about any of this stuff. So I didn't care about 9mm versus 45. I just wanted to put 2 holes in a body and see what happens.
Man, you
But like,
pissed off of some old fuzz right
but
there.
like in the high speed, you can see the cavitation size right next to each other and the difference. Like I just thought that was cool. Like that's actual data. Whereas other people are like, well, it still don't matter. I'm not carrying a 9. Like
all I'm saying, brother, is that we stopped winning wars the minute we switched away from 45.
You speaking German right now? Didn't think so.
The Krauts used the 9mm. How'd that work out for them?
How'd that work out?
Yeah, everybody's carrying a Lugers today, I reckon.
I reckon.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
The 10 mil though, nasty ass
Dope
round.
round to 10 mil.
I
Carly.
was surprised. I liked it.
Granthams did his, and I was like, "Oh, that's a nat food." Okay,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It's a lot of energy. It's basically just fucking spicy 40 cal.
Yeah.
Which I hate 40 cal.
I despise it.
It's basically 9mm except with more recoil for not much more energy. It's great. But 10 mil, it's a spicy round when it comes to recoil, but god damn, that performs.
Yeah, what did we do that? We shot a steel plate with it, maybe? I don't even remember what we did. We didn't do like a whole episode on it. We just had it in one.
So when you guys, leading into backgrounds too. Like, what was your background before, like any of this? Saying like, hey, I started firing weapons. I did this.
Yeah,
but
I
tell
grew
the
up.
people that.
I mean, I grew up shooting.
All right, Walter Cronkite. Like, tell the people. The people want to know.
What people want to know: when did you start sucking peepees?
Like probably before I should have been allowed to shoot a gun.
Wait, which part of it?
God.
We got a good soundbite from that one. Just cut right on the gun
Ballistic
bar.
High-Speed out of context.
It started, I was a Boy Scout second class.
Probably before I should have. I'm like,
Wait a minute. Is this the gun or the PP?
yeah, which one are you?
So let me guess, Catholic.
I'll leave that up to you guys.
Oh god.
Scoutmaster Kevin.
See, I just grew up shooting. Like every other weekend, I got to go to my dad's house. He'd give me one of those 1,000-round boxes of 22 long rifle, and
That's awesome.
every Saturday it was gone. I would just go out and shoot it. I did 13 years in the Army Reserves as a psychological operations dude, one tour, and then
Yeah, I love how he just randomly throws that shit out.
I know. Go on.
You
with that.
asked for my background.
I know. Yeah. Well, you're like,
Expand
"Brr."
a little bit if you can.
Yeah.
What did you do
big
there?
piece. You
So-
said more about 22 bullets than you did about
Well,
psychological
So I
warfare.
spent I grew up on my dad's farm. I shot some 22s. I did 13 years in psych war, but anyway,
you just
I
breezed
toppled a
by
couple
that.
regimes.
I'm like, bro,
No,
expand.
Well, I kind of have like a general rule of thumb when it comes to like what I've done in service. One, I don't really talk about it on the channel because it's too easy for it to just like take over, and then all of a sudden it's like your entire like channel is just being in the military or whatever. But my general rule of thumb is it's what I did was between me, the guys I did it with, and the guys we did it to.
And our people.
And that's just kind of where I leave it.
No.
Yeah.
So
And the tens of people who watch us.
Yeah,
subscribe.
we are a
Tens
small,
of people,
tiny podcast.
Oh, okay.
We need to feed it.
Unleash Adam. Let him know then.
yeah, I
yours,
did,
like,
did some of that.
Please, sir, we are but a humble podcast.
Please give us your stories.
I did. Okay, I
Dobby
did.
needs stories.
I did 5 months in Djibouti, Africa.
I love Djibouti.
And then I was forward deployed from there down to a little cop outside of Mogadishu. We were like 50 miles outside Mogadishu.
See, this is what's crazy to me because you have completely different like story. Like Mog, you went to Mogadishu, which is They didn't send any of my people down there. That wasn't part of our deployments or anything.
What do you mean, you people?
Browns. Well, no, never mind.
Well,
But when you were deployed, like what year did you join? Or you?
I joined in 2009,
Damn.
and then I didn't deploy until 2016.
But you were still like you were more OG. Most people.
Yeah.
I get it. I get out a majority before most of y'all get in, and still it's true. I got out of the military before you even joined the military. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's old as shit.
I did the, what do they call it? The split ops or whatever. I did basic, went back, finished high school, and then after high school went to AIT.
Oh, you joined before.
I was
senior.
17. Yeah.
Yeah, the rarity right there. See, that's funny. So a lot of people don't know. You can join, and then you'll do basic training, then go back and do high school.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Getting like that much discipline drilled into you, and then going back to the Gen Pop, and they have like no respect anything. It sucks.
Bro, that's fucking.
And then went back to AIT, and that was the split of what I would say like kind of the Army kind of going like soft. Like we couldn't do like all the old cadences about like clubbing baby seals. Like all
That was my
that,
favorite
like,
cadence.
I know all of that went away.
Yo, let
So all of that. went
you
away.
you guys are going to have to do a
Nuts.
lot worse shit than that.
I know this is like, hey, be kind. Also, here's how you
PETA has-
murder people.
Fucking murder people.
Or Rogers are.
Well, it's like the old Full Metal Jacket adage about like, oh, you can napalm villages full of children, but you can't write fuck on the plane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're like, geez, okay, cool, Army.
So yeah, I went and kicked around Somalia with the MARSOC homies for a little bit.
No
Got to do
shit.
some pretty cool stuff with them.
What was your, if you can divulge, and then we'll go into crazy, the story, why you're here. Fucking insane. Brandon, I remember Brandon showing, I was like,
I was like, hey, dude, do you think we could get these guys on the podcast? Because they might be coming down to, the range day and shit. I think this is worth talking about.
I can see the people now like skipping forward. Like, where is it?
Yeah, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
play. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Did he live? Yeah.
Yes.
What? So what was your cool story like in like just one story where you're like, this one sticks out to me on your deployment? It's funny or fucked up.
So I don't want to get like too far into it because I don't know like what all's unclassed yet, but we
I love these guys.
weren't really known that we were there until the New York Times called us out, and they called us out like by name, like our exact location. They listed that Army Psychological Operations, Marine Corps Special Operations Command, and Navy SEAL Team 6 are all at this airstrip.
Oh, so this is like the
they
third
blasted
podcast in a row we've called the New York Times a piece of fucking shit.
It's called Obama's Shadow War in Somalia, if you want to look up the article. I'm not lying.
Oh, you had a full.
The next week, we had our first bomb outside the gate. We were like chilling.
Jesus
And then
fuck.
that article comes out. And then from there, we wound up finding like EFPs and shit. And we're like, oh, these guys have like connections.
The EFPs are the most
then-
terrifying thing. Like EFPs,
We're going to do an episode.
We want
on
to do
them.
those in high speed.
Yeah, we're going to do them in high speed. It's
Well,
gonna be
those
awesome.
are the only things
I'm not familiar with the acronym. What's
EFPs.
It's
Explosively formed penetrator?
penetrator.
Oh,
It's
shit.
the copper
Oh.
disc.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
It punches through an M1 Abram. We
So-
got
the shape charge stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
They started putting them in trees down low. We got hit by a single one, a striker, and it was thankfully not a mass cast because it went through the axle. So, it missed everything and punched through. So when these usually punch through, it punches a hole through and brings all that fucking heat inside, cooks everyone.
Molten metal. Everything.
And then there's also something about
Terrifying.
the armored vehicles. They're not like airtight, but I guess they create like a low pressure vacuum, and somehow that draws in fresh oxygen and ignites everything.
Yep.
And
It's supposed to mass
wild.
catch like instantly.
Yeah.
Like it's a full like
crazy.
whoever's in that vehicle is just.
So as soon as they found one of those, things kind of shifted. We had to like start wearing uniforms again. Doing all that dumb stuff.
Oh, you had a fun deployment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
You're
fuck.
back to iPro on base.
You're like, fuck, dude, we hate.
For a reservist, I was in the right place at the right time like a lot of times.
¿Cómo estás? Feliz Navidad. That's German for hi, how are you? Merry Christmas. What do you mean that's Spanish? Apparently it's Spanish. If only I was using Babbel and learned Spanish. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans have learned a new language on their bucket list? Check that off this summer by using Babbel. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. This winter, you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. Why Babbel? Because it works. Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations. With Babbel, I learned that ¿Cómo estás? Actually means hi, how are you? Babbel actually has speech recognition technology that helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. Here's a special limited time deal for all our listeners to get started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/unsub. Now with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in as little as 10 minutes a day, which is absolutely amazing. What do you call somebody that speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What do you call somebody that speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. What do you call somebody that speaks 1 language? American. Again, get 55% off at babbel.com/unsub. Rules and restrictions may apply.
So, other than that, I've always been a machinist, and then so now I do like gunsmithing and.
What'd you do machinist wise?
I ran a CNC shop.
No shit.
For a
Okay.
company. It was like all 2D, like just flat stuff.
Okay.
But I did all of the drafting, engineering, coding, wrote all my own programs, like did all that stuff.
God, you're
Loved it.
autistic as fuck, and I
Yeah.
love
So
it.
the machine.
I love that the response to that is, yeah, so
Both y'all.
They gave me this machine, and it had like this stupid wind dial to move it around the table, and I hated it. So I scrapped it, and I wrote my own coding into one of the ports, and I mapped an Xbox 360 controller to it, so I could drive it around and I could control the whole machine.
the first fucking CNC machine we ever bought, like the first like real like shitty like hobbyist CNC, just kind of fuck around with it, had a fucking ported like PS2
Yep.
controller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same. So many people fucking do that. Like,
Yep, I coded my own automatic tool changer, all that stuff, and I loved it. And
So cameras.
so
Yeah, now I'm like, oh yeah, you two are 2 peas in a pod right now. Jesus.
we both shoot guns and like machining shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking
I've been following Titans of CNC making your
Dude.
AK-50.
that
What were they
Titans
doing?
has been one of the best partners we could have asked for in the AK-50
They seem
project.
really cool.
They're really cool. The guy Titan, the guy who owns the CNC shop, he's one of those dudes that's like so fucking neat. His whole
Did you get to
backstory.
go there?
Oh yeah, I went to his shop. I'll take you if you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up in Dallas.
Yeah, fuck this podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck, let's go. Like right now.
I can take you to camera places. We'll go fucking.
All right, good night, everybody. We're out of here.
You 69 over there. We'll 69 over here.
But Titan's one of those really
my
cool
Boy Scout
dudes.
days.
I don't know how much I can divulge in his story. He's pretty open about it, but I don't know what he says or what he isn't, or what he doesn't. But he's a felon. Like he spent a good bit of time in prison and got out of it. Basically, just like is trying to be an inspiration to other people who've like gone through hard shit or whatever. He's like, hey, I learned a fucking trade. I became the best. I took a loan from a friend. I built a huge fucking CNC empire where he just like
nuts.
dedicates everything to education, teaches other people trades, and he is one of the nicest fucking guys.
Awesome.
Really cool. Like has dedicated a lot of time and energy.
They do
to
their
teaching
videos
people
really well
stuff.
too.
Those are my favorite
yeah.
examples of like individuals making something like that's hitting rock bottom. Like that is the next level. It's like I'm in prison. I fucked up along the way. Okay, I gotta. I am playing now life on New Game Plus. It's hard mode. You're getting a full restart. You're like, fuck, dude, this is going to real suck. And they still come through like, hey, I'm still building an empire. I'm not giving a reason or excuse of why my life sucks. I'm going to still create
and I mean, some of his machines have to be multiple millions of dollars.
Oh,
I mean,
easily. Like you're
one has
starting
like
to run
50
to like
tool changes in it.
it's
or
like
something.
64 axis machining. It's
Yeah,
retarded.
it's insane. And then I just found out they have like all the metal 3D printing and stuff now.
Yeah,
Nuts.
the DMLS stuff, and like they're working on all sorts of, especially like wire EDM and all sorts of different EDM processes. It's ridiculous. No, dude, he's a fucking rad guy. Like his whole shop is crazy to just like walk around this giant like industrial warehouse. Really, really clean, really well kept.
I was gonna ask, is it as clean as it is in the videos?
It is so
Because
clean.
it reminds me of
Everyone
like
there
a
has
Lamborghini
autism.
factory. Like allegedly, those are like waxed floors type stuff.
They let me push a couple buttons on some machines that are worth more than my net
You
worth.
probably broke it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Thank God, but I was terrified.
Had it unplugged, and you're just like, click, click.
And you give your little brother
you want
the dead controller.
He's been there for an hour, 30 minutes. He's fine.
It was really cool. I can't shout those guys out enough. Like Titans of CNC, they're rad people.
I
They've
love
continued to
all
help
their
us with
videos.
projects.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
do it
dope.
cool.
And then your Tism cameras.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, watching
Sure,
you,
yeah.
both of y'all just went. Brandon's naming wires like, and then the C390 wire. Jesus, have you seen those
Electric
numbers?
discharge machining.
I'm like,
Oh, you knew what EDM stood for, you fuck. You just outed yourself.
I
trying
didn't
to
know
play
what
the
that
cool
meant.
kid.
I didn't either, to be honest.
I knew what it was. I didn't know. Sorry.
I know what it did. I didn't know what it stood for.
I just guessed, and it was right, I think.
Wait.
Oh, it may not be.
EDM?
Oh, you might be wrong. EDM.
Yeah, it's got to be electric discharge. Or
I don't know.
something
Most
like
of the
that, right?
discharges I have are
Skrillex,
bad.
I don't know.
Electric discharge.
Music.
Electrically discharge.
Epic dance music.
Electric dance music just came up. I'm like, EDM acronym.
Like, that's wrong.
That's the only EDM I know. I'm like, I don't know if that's that. Well,
Electrical discharge machining. You fucking do that. There's no way. That's
Well,
too
it
specific.
sounded familiar. I was like, I think that's machining, right? Electric discharge. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
so
doctor said
cameras.
all my discharges are bad. So
Yeah.
No, my language is like
I had a joke too. I was like, ding, ding. No, go back.
no. My language is like dynamic range, gigapixels per second, all that good stuff. That's what I talk
sounds
about.
like a lot.
Which of you guys like? Phantoms are fucking the most. And you're running 3 at a time. I can't imagine the times between shots because it's like downloading the data.
Yeah, there's times where we
transferring.
go a whole day and only shoot like 3 or 4 bullets.
Yeah. We have like our friends are like, hey, like, do you care like if I come out for like one of your shoots? I'm like, sure, it's boring as fuck.
It's boring as fuck.
Like come at the
boring.
end because we'll have some high speed to show
Right,
you. But
yeah.
it'll be like 30 minutes between bullets at minimum.
Yeah.
You're
And that's
hit-
like fast.
100%.
You're recording the data, so the image, and especially with 3 different cameras, you're recording and you're like, fuck, bro, this looks so fucking cool. Everyone looks at it, you can play back instantly, and you're like, dope. Transcode. And then it's just sitting and waiting.
So some of the older Phantoms had problems with long turnaround times. The problem now is just so like the 2512, the newest camera, it records 1/4 of a terabyte per clip. Like every time you record, it's 1/4 of a terabyte. So and it does it in
500 gigs.
It does it in like
Jesus
6 seconds.
Christ.
Like that should record is 6 seconds, 1/4 of a terabyte. So then you have to
A lot of data.
So then you have to sift through hours of footage to find the part that you care about. Then you can trim it, and then you can save it to.
You're looking for a couple
Cinemag.
milliseconds within a couple hours of data.
So
Like you ever just zone out for a couple of seconds and realized, hey, that could have filled up your fucking iPhone.
Instantly. And that's if you have the big high,
Like
the
the new
big
one.
ones. Like the biggest iPhone. You're filling up hard drives. Like instantaneously.
I was
data
blown away
management's
by those
not
things.
easy, but
Do you throw away your footage after it's done?
No.
You actually store everything?
yeah, I mean,
He's got like this fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark warehouse full
No.
of fucking hard drives.
No,
Let me
let me clarify something. So like it'll record 1/4 of a terabyte or whatever, and then while it's sitting in
export.
RAM, it's got volatile memory where it sits in there. So if you lose power, you'll lose the shot. Like it's sitting in there waiting. So then you can go into the menu, watch it, trim it, and save that.
Yeah,
So it
that's
goes from 288 gigabytes to like 5 or 10. I save that part. I don't save the whole thing.
And then that takes, how long is the transcode when you're hitting
It dumps to the Cinemag in seconds.
Oh, so it's okay.
It's their proprietary hard drive that's like $30,000 for 2 terabytes. So yeah.
The hard drive.
So shout out to Vision Research for being more expensive than red.
These companies that were literally it's like,
Hashtag
oh,
not sponsored yet.
let's get this hard drive and let's charge them. How much are we thinking? It's $200 on Amazon. $30,000?
Yes.
Yeah, going once, going twice.
Okay,
Yeah,
and we're
okay.
good.
And then people buy it.
And you cannot not buy it because it's like, no.
No, well, the alternative is plug it into a laptop and wait hours for it to stream through Ethernet.
Is that more what you were talking about?
Well, yeah, you have
Yeah,
different,
okay.
well, the different
Gotcha.
options because I did it back in the day. Now we have the free fly. For like some of the shit we've
The
been doing.
Wave, is that what we're using?
And that's,
Yeah.
that's nice just for how
That's
fast.
like 2K resolution, like 1400 frames a
4K.
second. Is it 4K?
Yeah, 4K at 500 frames a second, and then you can go
The
to
Wave?
10,000. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, dude, it's nice because
Don't want to break your budget.
Sorry, yeah, no $500,000 your Lamborghinis and cameras over there.
No. And you're over here asking about a Honda Civic. Like, really? 36 miles to gallon?
Huh?
Oh, shit.
That's cute. That's what the poors are using now. Weird.
No, it's
I've heard of VTech before.
it's definitely a big misconception. I have no money. I'm broke.
I know it's all in cameras.
Yes.
You're wealthy.
I have.
It's like there's a difference
assets.
between bingo. It's a difference between liquid cash and net worth.
Yeah.
It's like liquid cash. I mean, I'm not broke, but I'm not doing great. Assets, as far as like, you know, machine guns, whatever, like all shit we use for the channel, like things that we use, like the shop, the machines, the tooling, whatever. It's a little different, you know.
Yeah, your asset. Yeah, you're like, oh, my net worth went up.
But people think we could just like fucking, you know, drop 500 grand on something. It's like, well, no, it's all tied up in shit that we use, you know, to continue to make money.
And it's required.
Yeah.
Like you can't just sit on all your money.
And I think that's a big difference with how we spend it is we have access, yes, like it's making the money for the business and everything. A majority of us just dump it right back.
100%.
I can like, I have my living expenses. I'm like, cool.
Party foul.
Whoop.
Ha!
Back it up.
Send help.
Oh, damn, you have that on standby. That was,
And
it saved it.
More.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah!
Damn it, I was really looking forward
Fuck
to that.
yeah!
on your shit. Good job,
Ronnie.
Eli.
Is this going to be the intro? Just that?
That was quick draw. You literally went into your like GTA selection of weapons. Just paper towels.
Just
You want to try that again?
I was really looking forward to that beer too. That sucks.
but
You still have 3/4 of it.
But it is like dumping money back into it to make the business more successful. Yours is cameras, yours is guns. It's like this is guns, cameras. Like Unsub, people don't realize it's like building a studio out because our plans next year with a certain project.
Whenever we get paid by YouTube,
Couple certain projects.
couple certain projects.
Is this a little hat tip going on here? Huh?
We got some shit in the works with Corridor.
We've got some plans.
Oh yeah, I talked to
There you go.
Jake.
Yeah, you
I
know a
talked to
little
him.
of it. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You know, we're dabbling, but it's everyone. And
Why
then-
don't we move to Rumble, Eli? Weird.
We have other.
We don't think about this at all.
We have better plans. Own it. No, it is. It's reinvesting in the business. And then, Brandon, how many employees you got?
Full time, I think, what, 4 or 5? Something like that.
That's where
really?
the money goes to.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
For the channel? Your channel?
Channel, campaign.
Okay.
Well, shit, if you count
Oh,
campaign.
God,
it's-
campaign's way over that, dude.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, a lot of them are like consultants and things, so not full time people. It's 7, 8 people now.
Consultant as in like they know like how DC works to
Yeah,
like, keep
like-
you going and stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of people that are really a part of the political machine and are ideologically consistent with us, which really is really helpful. But people that know the business, they know the system, they know a lot of the contacts that we need to be involved in. They've run campaigns before,
Gotcha.
which is that's the big part is they know a lot of the vendors we need to use for even something as simple as bumper stickers. So we're using the money that people send us in donations are not getting wasted by paying 4 cents more for a sticker than we need. Stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
It's smart. But you like all that employment. That's your bread and butter. Like it's what's awesome. It's like, hey,
If I
make all
die,
this money.
if I die tomorrow, 10 people are looking for a job.
It's a lot of stress.
Why was that
stress
heavy?
that's the worst part is the stress.
That's
with
real.
that.
That came off pretty heavy.
I didn't mean it to, but it kind of did.
It really did. I was
It's like the
oh,
first time
shit.
you actually thought about it for real. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that just kind of
Now
came
that-
out, and I'm like, now I'm having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
But
The employees are having more of an. Wait, Brandon.
I constantly.
Well, that's why they're more careful than I am. They're like, dude, hey, if this fucking kills you, I'm going on fucking monster.com.
Anything. Cold turkey might be great on a sandwich, but sometimes it's not the easiest thing when you're breaking bad habits. We're not talking about some weird, crazy mind voodoo from your neighbors. Use your own sarcastic example. We're talking about our sponsor today, Foom. And they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Right, Henry? Help me. You're going nowhere, Henry. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard. But switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 people and has thousands of success stories. And there's no reason you can't be too. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head over to tryfume.com and use code UNSUB to get 10% off your Journey Pack today. That's tryfume.com, tryfume.com, code UNSUB.
Indeed.
I guilt trip Bryce a lot because if I die, you can find another dude to pull triggers.
No.
If he
no.
dies, I can't.
Well,
run those
luckily, it
cameras.
doesn't look like he's not in danger of dying on most of this stuff.
I don't know.
You
He's
can
got
hear
that
it in the
Camaro,
clip.
man.
Someone call the ambulance.
That was me.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I know.
Then they're just like,
Yeah.
I don't know which one is it. Adam.
No, I wanted to say this earlier. I have to give him a lot more credit than people realize because I'm the cameras for the last 10 years. He has a massive assembly of connections to get whatever we can think of, whether it's machine guns, explosives, blueprints for crazy stuff we could build. Like
Weird. Let me
within a
pause
day.
that. What was your job in the Army again?
That's so crazy.
I was a mechanic.
You see how those? Yeah.
It's actually true though.
By.
I enlisted as a mechanic, so
So he's the access to things, and I'm the one that captures it. So like it's a very 50-50 on like
it's actually worked out.
I can't film anything interesting if he doesn't exist.
I'm also curious who does title thumbnails and stuff like that. Like what videos to do, titles, thumbnails, how you market it.
Oh, interesting.
That kind of is
mostly.
it's like float around quite a bit, but lately it's a lot of us like talking on like Snapchat video or something. It's like, what do you think about this idea? Could that be an
Snapchat video.
Whatever we come up with.
That's a different platform for
Yeah.
business communication.
Yep.
I've never heard
Well,
of
I
one
haven't
of
either.
us isn't on iPhone, so
this.
You're a dirty green texter?
yes, he is.
Oh, you are.
Yes,
oh,
100%.
you gross motherfucker.
Dude, okay, I don't have.
So your option. So your repair was like, let's get Snapchat and then we can communicate on that. So it deletes
I don't know.
afterwards.
It's like it's not
Just
even
dipping.
Discord. It's
deleting.
Well, he's a mechanic. He lied.
Oh yeah. Doesn't this delete? Don't worry about that. Wait, you're logging everything? How?
Damn, I don't have an iPhone. Do you use Signal or Telegram?
Do you know what WhatsApp is? No, nothing against iPhone. I recently tried one again, but
It was a broken one.
you like can't get some of the programs that I use. Like I altered like 3D print STL files on my phone and send it to a 3D printer.
Same,
Like
don't
that
we
stuff
all?
doesn't exist on an iPhone.
I do that every day.
Every day.
So
Shut up, Eli.
if iPhone was a little bit more into that, I wouldn't care.
Obviously, we all need that.
Obviously, everyone, the STL problem's been a huge holdback on my iPhone experience.
Hey, get an Android, dude.
No, but as far as like ideation, it's pretty 50-50. It's a lot of conversations on like, what do we think people care about? What are like the questions to ask? On like, because like looking at bullet ricochets, like those don't work the way that most people expect them to. We got to revisit that episode, of course.
Yeah.
We haven't done like mild steel, soft steel, other sorts of bullets.
Concrete.
Video idea that maybe you guys have already done, and I'm just a shitter. Have you done bullet ricochets on water?
No.
We had I had a water box custom made for us, and one of the walls is just Lexan, and then there's a resealable hole in the front. So instead of shooting down into the water, we actually get to enter the water about a foot.
I would love to see
underneath
that.
the
That is like ASMR to me.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
would
do-
love to fucking watch that video.
Yeah, we're gonna do cavitation shots and then like deflection shots and all sorts
And
of
like
stuff.
shoot
so.
tracers, like do tracers
Yeah,
stay
'cause-
lit underwater, and
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Just like some
dude,
that's
stuff like
cool.
that,
See,
yeah.
shit like that is we don't have access to stuff like that. That's
and
cool.
your long john underwear shirt's throwing me off for the level of intelligence you have.
Not expecting this amount of brain cells.
I'm like, damn, homeboy is pistic and I love it. You're like, oh, I just do everything for fun. I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit.
See, I don't know.
bro.
I don't know if I'm tismed up or like ADHD, but
Usually they're handed.
hand in hand. Okay, yeah.
There's a Venn diagram of ADHD people and autistic people,
he's
and
right
it's a
in the middle.
circle. It's a circle. It's
It's not this. It's not
Adam.
this.
it's more of a paint swatch. How deep are you?
Oh man.
So we'll go on to the accident. Leading up to it, whose idea was like, hey, this fucking sounds dope. Let's do some RPG.
Homebrew RPG rockets.
So
Let's
we
try
wanted
'em.
to do RPGs for a while,
As most people do.
and then we found out
I can relate.
yeah, we found out like, so once I found the guy with a launcher who could get me rockets, he was like, hey, he's like, just so you know, he's like, Mike Grantham, he's attempting to do one like as well. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, well, why don't we just do it together? And then we could just buy rockets together and everything. And then found out that you were also doing one. And I was like, damn, like we're going to get beat to the punch. So we were putting it together for quite some time. And then you had yours come out.
Interestingly enough, me and Grantham had a handshake deal about. I think I could say this now because you guys already did that part as far as the backblast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cineblast area.
Like the whole like backblast clear.
Didn't check my side blast.
The down blast.
Neck blast, not clear. I said, okay, well, we were both trying to do an RPG video. I was like, all right, well, I'll just do like just the RPG 7, like reviewing that, maybe versus Human Torso, and you can do backblast. Like, which would you like? And so we did that like kind of handshake deal.
Gotcha.
That's
cool.
All right, you take that one, and I tried to get him to cameo in my video, but like timelines didn't work out. So like,
He's a hard guy to get a hold of.
he's a good dude. Like he's busy, obviously.
Well, I guess
you
if
know.
you have his number, it's probably easy. I was trying to get through his Instagram. Yeah, good luck. So eventually we found the launcher, and then we found a place that can just domestically make the rockets, so we didn't have to do all of like the import and all that stuff.
Which good fucking luck, because that shit doesn't exist.
No, it's tough.
It's a nightmare.
But if
Well, it's tough
He
to
knows
do.
the guy.
It's tough to do
Yeah.
legally.
the import,
Importing HE RPG 7?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's way easier to make them domestically, which is what we had done, and it was kind of funny. I hope whoever commented this, I hope you're watching this right now. This guy was a total goofball. He's like, did I hear you say that you had these CNC machined? What kind of backyard operation is this? Where do you think the military gets their rockets? They're CNC machined.
But also,
I didn't understand that comment. I was like, what are you talking about? So anyway, we had them made domestically with all the proper manufacturer, filed all the Form 2s, I think it is, all that stuff.
DDs, whatever.
Yeah, we didn't do any of that because the guy that we had contracted to do it all did it. But yeah, so we had actual high explosive RPG 7 or 2.
What's
rockets,
worth saying is like, we go through a lot of processes to be safe. A lot happens behind the scenes. So we still have 3 high explosive episodes coming out with actual high explosive warheads. We filmed those first.
Yeah.
I guess kind of thankfully. Sorry. Whoops. So, but like we aren't firing those from our shoulders. We mounted them.
Yeah.
And there's like every chance that we could take to be safer, more accurate, better results. We were
What
doing it.
shitty luck.
Right. So when we finally get to being able,
your episodes where Brandon's like, I got 55 gallons of water here. I'm going to hide behind it and clap this nuke off. According to Indiana Jones, I should be fine.
I'm hiding in the fridge.
Well, as you found out, RPGs are not accurate.
No, God no.
So
Fucking
in
Jesus.
order to increase our chances,
Well, it's like, how do you sight in a fucking rocket?
Right,
That's
exactly.
the real question.
so we had one shot, and then we measured how far out the smoke came, and then we moved so that the smoke wouldn't interfere with the shot. So we moved the RPG in as close as we could get it, and then while it was unloaded, you're not supposed to, but like looked through the tube to kind of see where it was aiming. Because with
No, that's exactly what we did. To sight it in. Yeah. To
You're like
the
not
back of the
supposed
tube
to,
when it's not.
yeah.
Well, not supposed to. It's a fucking. A rocket launcher without a rocket.
If you
is a
can't see
fucking
through the tube, you
Fucking
messed
tube.
up.
It's a goddamn steel
It's a
tube.
fleshlight.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
flesh.
anything's
yeah.
a fleshlight if you're brave enough.
Give me sponges and latex gloves.
All right.
We're going off the rails.
You
Anyway,
are
what were you saying?
autistic.
But with the with his cameras to get the good frame rates, it's a pretty small window that you actually get to see. So we needed the accuracy. So we had like a tote. It was strapped down. For the backblast stuff, we also wanted to shoot the rocket launchers.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same thing. We just didn't load any HE in the warhead.
Right.
Because when you make them yourself,
'Cause again,
you can just
safety.
do that. Because there's no reason to have it explode
That was the
somewhere when we're
idea.
looking at just the backblast. And then it almost killed me.
Yeah, I woke up one morning and I had about 8,000 text messages. of,
Really?
Have you seen what happened to Adam?
People
What?
actually
Really?
care.
Yeah, legit. Because I know we had talked about
Aw.
I had talked about coming out with you guys. That
Yeah.
like we were
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to line it up.
I am
schedules.
so glad you didn't.
Yeah.
Like if that had happened to somebody
Me
else,
too, dude.
That makes
Because I'm
true.
like built different, so like it's fine.
Oh, I see. No, but
so before we do the story though,
What?
I saw you bring your laptop.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to be the first ones to see it?
do we want to? Is it
That's
how,
up to
how
you
bad
guys.
Is it?
I've heard it's pretty bad.
Have
you seen it?
I haven't seen it, so I would
You
get
haven't?
up and leave.
You're not, okay. He doesn't want to.
No, he
only
knows
be-
already. He's not going to watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it because when we do our
That's
episode
really
next
interesting
week, it'll be
because-
our first one.
Okay, it's interesting because Scott has also said the same thing. He didn't want to watch.
No, I want to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
never
it's
mind.
been
Well,
driving me
never mind.
nuts.
You're the one that don't want to watch it.
No, I
Do we
want to
watch this?
Are we just gonna like huddle around you on the laptop?
Does a
and-
priest touch children?
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
we want to watch
Christ,
this.
Eli.
if you want to keep chatting, I'll pull it up. But yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, let me put this in perspective first. So I have
Is
shown.
it, this is an unsub exclusive.
Yes.
Is that- okay.
So I won't say who. I've shown one other person with his permission, and he's like been deployed before. Like he's a military dude, and it almost made him cry.
Jesus.
So you
brought-
don't have to watch it.
He
but
brought
it's
one
here
of
if you
them
want
to
watch it.
the when I was in the trauma bay. He brought the footage in, and he was like going up to the doctors. He's like, "Will this
Like the
help
trauma
you fix
surgeon.
him? Like,
I'm
will this help you?
Please
fix
watch
him?"
this if it helps you.
Sir, he's on the table. Move. But will it help?
Hey, bro, have you seen this video?
Like, sir, why is he in here?
I was sitting there in my seat, going, "Oh, see,
I was like, what is it? No, but
Is it bad?
we laugh about it. We laugh about it, but it was really hard for me to go find that footage to show the doctor. So
so I mean, he had to see it. My fucking wife was there. She saw the
Christ.
whole thing.
How's she doing? Like with all this?
Surprisingly well.
Yeah?
yeah. I mean, she's seen me get
Was
fucked
she
up before.
sad
I mean,
you
nothing
made
like
it
this.
through?
Probably a little bit.
She's like, damn it.
She like had her phone out for like her backup, and she was,
She's like, no.
"Oh, he's breathing again."
She's like, all right, well, I mean, fuck insurance, back to child support. Okay.
do you want to trade places with Herrera so they can watch it, or what?
Well,
do you
I
wanna do?
tried-
We'll just go right in the middle of you. I'm
So,
going to
like,
go restroom.
dude,
real
I
quick.
currently-
We'll take a break real quick and come back.
okay.
and do that.
That'll
Then
work.
I'll just get it ready.
Okay, we are now getting a true reaction. Brandon, you're good. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're all pretty.
I don't want to watch it. Shit, I'm getting. The,
You don't have to.
No, I'm
It's-
good. I'm
yeah.
just like the feelings from 3 weeks.
And that's
ago
a
are starting to
non-HE?
creep in. Yeah, that's just an inert warhead.
Okay.
The booster is exactly the same as before.
So we'll just give a reference. We'll see if this goes up or however we do it. But Adams has a fucking RPG. He's taking a tactical pause, knee on the ground, wearing his camo shorts, smile on his
Well, we'll
face.
probably have this up on the corner.
for
like-
audio, but audio people.
No, so here. Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck, I forgot. You audio people exist.
Brandon's like, this is a podcast. Fuck y'all out there. He's like, no, it's fine. The audio people are
like Eli, why are you describing a thing we can all see?
guy in the truck just like fucking assholes.
Fucking hell. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
So he's taking a knee.
I'm fucking retarded. Whatever.
Target's behind him, a ballistic dummy, just to see the back blast area, correct? Yeah. So testing that out, and Homeboy's happy. You look like you are having the day. Just
That was the last time I smiled in a month.
That's true.
Oh God. Well, technically, yeah. Are those Swordens? Nice. Swordens?
Oh man,
You're a pro.
Liberator 2s.
Really? Okay.
Oh shit.
All right.
You
So
guys ready?
let's
Yes.
He's
let's
gonna
give
do
it a
his
shot.
normal countdown, so you know when it's coming.
All right.
I don't even want to push this button.
Is this the high speed footage?
No, this is normal.
Okay.
I also have high speed.
Damn.
I would like to see high speed. too.
Yeah, that's the more fucked up one
All right, you ready?
because that means we're
My
watching.
hand's shaking. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
3, 2, 1.
Holy
Fucking shit, dude.
I cut
Holy
it off there, 'cause,
fuck.
Bro, what the fuck? That is absolutely terrible.
I thought it was so much. That is so much worse than how bad I thought it was.
You ever watch Deontay Wilder punch somebody? It's that.
You wanna see it
Jesus
again?
Christ. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Dude, I'm happy. I am happier here.
Brother, holy
Christ alive.
shit, dude.
You can't tell it from this angle. I saw it with my eyes, but when I first got up to him, the bottom half of his face was like bent sideways. Like he's a bit mangled.
He is currently he is in the Peter Griffin fall down the stairs, like leg bent, arm up, like fuck it, like you're out, dude. You're fucking out.
For reference on the burns, it's an instant sear. Like, this
Yeah.
is,
Oh yeah.
it's
You can see
black.
that right there.
See that black that starts on his hand right there? It goes all the way up into his shoulder. and
I didn't know you
chest.
had burns that bad, dude.
Oh,
Fucking
it
hell.
was leather. It was gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, crispy 2.0.
And I'll cover it when we talk about it, but 10 to 15% of my upper extremities were third-degree burns acquiring skin grafts.
Fuck me.
Bro, and you got slow-mo of that?
I got one of the slow-mo.
Let me see it. Dude, that is so much, like, same. Like, I was,
not prepared for that.
Yeah.
it's,
I know we were gonna watch something. Obviously, like you're a good dude. We were gonna see you get really hurt. Like I expected it to be kind of fucked up. You got fucked up.
Yeah.
it's,
All bonked up.
well, it's the,
He's done bonked.
well, if anyone's seen it or anything, it's the instant lip and then watching the body, how it reacts. It's
Yeah.
just like it is an off switch, and that's when it's scary. It's not
And
like
the helmet left.
Yes.
Like to be able to blow the helmet and ear pro, because you know that cup shits that
is-
shit
yeah.
cup's tight to your head. To blow that straight off just from impact is fucking
helmet,
insane.
His helmet flew off and landed in front of me.
Jesus Christ.
That was the first thing I saw.
Fuck.
So this is normally we're like super high frame rate. This angle's only about 3,000 frames a second, but it's still somewhat revealing.
You're apologizing for like
What is the slowest that we have of it?
Like he's in a bomb.
What the fuck?
Like it's a war movie shot. Like it's nuts.
could you reverse that back? I'm sorry. That
So it's not just backblast. It's just blast.
Oh, I see.
what I mean?
I see what's happening.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god!
minute.
Was it a failure at the tube?
Well,
Or we'll talk about it.
we'll talk about that one off air. I know it's
There,
yeah.
Well, there's more that we haven't told anyone yet. That I'll leave it up to him on if we even tell you. But
I see what happened.
Kind of a reason it failed.
Audio,
It-
like-
it has nothing to do with the weld.
So,
Oh,
what
I
you're
know.
worried about.
So-
No,
guy,
I
audio-
saw where it failed. That was
holy shit! Everyone out there, just like we'll have it up probably, or how much we can. The slow mo shot at 500 frames a second.
This is 3,000.
3,000 frames. It's a fucking action movie. Think of like, goddamn, what is
Judge Dredd.
guy? Oh my god, that's
With
a
the
perfect.
slow-mo narcotic.
Yes.
love
Well,
that
when the
movie.
explosion's
It's
going
a
off
fucking good movie.
right next
They
to his
blast
head.
through the door and
Yeah, and people are getting ripped up by shrapnel. Well, that's this fucking shot, but like homeboy's alive somehow.
Also, it's colored very well.
A beautifully shot.
Sorry, is it? Jesus, and how? Oh God, how
had-
quick it knocked his fucking.
Yeah, he had a
so
brain
the
bleed.
tube went. No shit.
it healed itself, thankfully. But he had a brain hemorrhage.
Because the tube went straight up. Is that what knocked the helmet off?
It's kind of blocked by the explosion, but yeah, we're pretty sure that's
Because I saw. Let's back this up. Yeah, because the tube. That's the tube.
Let me slow this down on here.
No, you're good. That's slow
Yeah,
enough.
that's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
This ain't slow enough for me. Sorry.
Because you see that. You see the helmet fly off,
You can yeah.
but you see the tube is knocking the
looks
helmet
slow,
off.
but that launched into the air.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well, it's
for sure.
slow-mo.
Right. Sorry.
Thank you.
It's
it looks slow at 3,000
Yeah.
fast.
No, it's easy.
Really?
It's easy to lose perspective on how energetic this is when you see it flow.
Not when you see there is still shrapnel moving through the air.
Yeah.
Like these little pieces.
Jeez,
guys.
yeah, because that's the tube going up. I think is what
And what's
knocked
crazy
him.
is like based on his nervous system and all of us watching it, we still don't know what's happened.
No.
You see what I
No,
mean?
yeah.
Like we don't even know this has happened.
He's unconscious. You know how I can tell? Because
Yeah.
there's zero reaction.
Yep.
He's
not
full
grimacing
This
or
is
anything.
0.1 second after the explosion, and he is completely unconscious. Smoke everywhere, and his face is just sideways. Shrapnel is still flying.
0.02.
And he
everywhere.
looks like he's having a pleasant. He looks like he's having a pleasant dream.
Yeah.
There's this plate carrier.
You're
plate-
still cute, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
That's part of the wood furniture, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Holy.
It grenaded pretty much.
Yes, it did.
Shit,
The plate.
dude.
Yep.
The fucking.
The
It knocked the
fucking plate
goddamn
flew
plate out of his carrier.
The fucking plate flew out.
The plate kept shrapnel from going into his chest. There's gouges where it redirected metal.
Jesus Christ.
His reaction, he's like, "What? My plate flew out."
The
He
plate-
did not know this.
The plate
like,
flew
what?
out in the fucking
In
explosion.
the slow mo, it's you see it going away from you.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm gonna.
This
we're
is.
gonna
I
dump
will
this
say. This is.
to me, and then whenever you guys are
No,
good.
we're not.
This is some of
No,
the.
it will be stay safe with me. Like
I'm-
this,
I-
I wouldn't. I have my rules. Trust me.
Can I give it to you like shortly before you release your
whenever,
episode?
dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
because like
whenever.
I am also. I'm again. Like let's
I feel very
reiterate.
strongly about this. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Let's reiterate. I'm very fucking sorry this happened to you, but this is some of the most beautiful slow mo footage I've ever seen in my life. It's really good.
Can I
Dude, this
show
is a
them
war
an
footage.
HE shot? Yeah. Okay. Can I show you a happy shot? A fun shot?
Yeah. Is it roughly the end of this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
he
a little bit
just
more.
falls.
Thin. There's his glasses and.
Oh, good on them.
But right about now,
This is the best. No. This, if you want a perfect fucking ballistic glasses test commercial, you show this and be like, "But look what's not her."
it zooms in and shows the brand name.
Wiley X stands through the
Jesus.
test of time.
That was.
They're just floating, bro. They're just floating down in perfect shape.
I'm still processing that.
It's taken me 3 weeks. I'm not done.
Fuck.
Fuck, dude.
So do you want to see like a more
Sure.
exciting?
Yeah.
happy
Let's
thing?
see like a nice happy one.
Okay, so
this
this
is like
is-
you watch a horror movie and then you watch like 20 minutes of a comedy before you go to bed. Like.
So this is a high explosive rocket. It's called a heat rocket. It's about
Yep.
1.5 pounds of explosives.
It's a high explosive anti-tank.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Against a body. So. Well, this has the slow mo. Oh shit. Sorry.
I was like, "Huh, bro."
Yeah. And he's just there.
Wait, he
You see
can't-
what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, you look fucking amazing.
Fantastic.
First of all, you look fucking great. Second of all, you look fucking great considering that was 3
the-
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You ready for something to be happy about?
Yeah.
Then we can go back to the podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
That's awesome.
Me hiding from all this. And then brains.
Not that. I did not expect the fuck.
And then here's some slow mo for you.
This is why I said they were the up and comers.
Bro, you guys are fucking killing it, especially in 2-year time
See what
frame.
it hit the concrete? Yeah. I'm gonna come.
Isn't that wild?
I know.
Then we got one more shot. Super slow.
I number 3'd my pants.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a fucking shockwave. Him getting peppered by fucking
so
shrapnel.
I cut it here, but
I don't know what to look at.
I know. All right,
have
that's
the
all you get.
supernova going
That's all
on.
you
Yeah.
get. What do you think, though? Pretty wild?
That was dope. Jesus Christ.
We're hoping that gets some views. All right, let me put this away.
What?
Sorry to sober everything and then do that.
Yeah, I'm on an emotional roller coaster right now.
So hard and sad. I'm so confused right now.
Dude, that was
It's like the
dope
Boy
as
Scouts
fuck.
all over again.
Oh,
But like you can imagine,
Scoutmaster Kevin. Yeah.
you can imagine how
You promised.
if we had the high explosive warhead loaded
Adam,
and
can I
had
get
the
you
failure,
kicked over this way too?
you know what I mean? Like
So what? Sorry.
like you could imagine if we had a high explosive warhead during the failure.
Then you just hope it doesn't fucking det the HE
Right.
like that.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
Holy.
As soon as you show me the slow-mo, I'm like, that.
First off, let me see your hand.
Which one? This one?
That's the good one.
That's the good one.
Touch.
Yeah.
You gotta touch. Bro, you're lucky to have your digis. You're lucky to be alive.
Yep. So
I don't think the digis were in question.
No.
How's your hand?
It was the it was the part that was right next to the explosion I was worried about.
so I wound up with a TBI.
What?
I know, right?
You look so peaceful.
I hardly got bonked.
How bad?
He's unfortunately
don't-
the same.
How if you don't mind talking about it, how bad of a TBI? Like, because you said it was like an instant brain bleed. I think.
Yeah, so I have to go back. They have to recheck like hearing, vision. I have to do like a cognitive memory test, like all sorts of stuff. Because apparently you can get like long-term, short-term memory loss, something like that. So I had a TBI. I
have that.
Eli still doesn't remember to show
That's
up
why
on
you didn't
time.
give us the address for 3 days.
Dude, because I've been in 3.
No, I totally get it.
Well, I've been in 3.
No. He's
IED
gonna make you
blasts.
feel bad about his
I won't
military
feel
service, real quick.
No, I got 3. I've been in 3 IDs and 1 bomber. So I'm like, yeah.
So your
I've
brain's
had
like top
dude,
tier.
it's cheese. It's just holes in it. Probably.
Mine's not
like,
cheese. Mine's just nice and smooth. So
Yeah, smooth brain.
No
insults,
wrinkles.
insults just slide right off. Just,
If your business partner would have you were like, oh, thank God he made it, and then he came to, and he was like, I'm ready to film another one, Bryce.
Well,
What is that? It's like the end of Ted.
you want to tell them what the first thing I said when I woke up was?
Well, first it was a lot of grunting, but sorry. But the first like
Why? Why
first
did
thing
you
he
do
said-
that when you woke up?
His first word when he came to, Daddy.
so the first thing I could understand that he said was, "Did you get it in high speed?" I was like, "Adam, yes, but also
Yes.
quit asking that." But no,
It wouldn't have been weird if he didn't ask it 8 times after he woke up.
Yeah.
that's the short
The
term memory
dementia
loss.
kicking in.
No, but like, so like
You're
to-
on your way to being president.
So to put it in perspective, so that kind of test we were doing, normally being off to the sides of the launcher is no problem. But since we were doing a backblast test and there was a head there, since we were doing a test with a head there, we were a little bit worried about if we blew the head up and like bones and stuff went everywhere. So I was laying on the ground, like covering my head, just to, again, safety. So from my perspective, I'm there with my hand trigger for the high speed, waiting for it. I hear a really loud boom, louder than normal. So instinctively, I trigger the high speed. And the first thing I look up, it was like they say, it was like slow motion. It was like this huge smoke cloud. Adam's nowhere, and his helmet's just tumbling out right in front of me. So my first thought was he died. Like that, my first brain process was Adam just died, and then shock set in immediately.
Yeah.
And his wife was there too. And as I'm getting up to go run up there, I look over at her. I see the same like feeling in her face of like he's gone, like he just got blown up. We didn't see him until the smoke started to move a little bit, and we got up there. And the first thing I see was him moving finally and like struggling to breathe. His face is mangled, blood everywhere, velvet black, like leather arms. And then you can kind of hear some of the audio in the footage, but like
When I
call
first-
911 and
When I first saw the footage, that was the haunting part. Is like as soon as it goes up, obviously we didn't see the high speed, we just saw it, but like I just see like, obviously explosion happens.
Right.
And then it's all blurred, and then just like the panic in your voice and the call 911 that made the fucking hair stand up on my arms when I saw it.
You did good on that, and because you weren't trained for that shit.
I did.
You keep us cool to like call 911.
No, I was consciously fighting shock in my brain the whole time because I'm at least aware enough of what shock is and like panic and terror, so I could like feel it creeping in. It's like, no, we got to be helpful, but I didn't know how to be helpful. But then I thought 911. So even on 911, I could give them the address quickly, and then when they asked what happened, that's when my brain was still struggling to know it was real.
That's a soldier right there. He's laughing about it. That's how I know. That's how I know he's deployed.
This part's
He's
pretty
like-
funny though.
Which part?
How you described to the
Oh,
operator
yeah. So
what-
because first they asked for the address and everything, and then so they're like, "What happened?" And but my brain froze up because I was about to have to speak the words of what just happened, and my brain's not even sure it's real yet because I just saw him basically half dead, and I've never seen that before. And so my brain was just like, burns, explosion, bomb. They were just like, "Sir, we need help. Like, what happened?" And it was like, I'm half embarrassed by the whole thing because like I couldn't speak fluently
How the fuck
what just
do you
happened.
explain to somebody
I don't
else
know.
what just
Exactly.
fucking
And they're
happened?
like, "Sir, what exactly happened?" And finally, I was like, we had a launcher with a black powder booster, blew up right next to him. So, you know, think large firework, you know, serious burns, broken jaw probably. And then I was looking at him, describing it. And then I finally could come back and was like, all right, treating time, where's the burns? You already stopped the bleeding. Like, finally, my brain started to function, and it took like a minute and a half. And
Did you
it's
have
like,
any sort of medical on site?
We had
I think there was there EMS there?
no one properly trained.
And this is not a slight like, hey, you should have had medical on site.
No.
Like
We were
nobody
going to. There
nobody
was-
plans for this.
there
This
was
is a
I think there was supposed to be EMS.
Yeah.
No, it was all supposed to be the day before. EMS was on site the day before because that's when everything was supposed to happen.
Yeah, things
and
get delayed as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of
so
those
no,
things
there-
that
there
nobody
wasn't
expects
on
anything to happen, and like you can't really plan for how bad shit like that can get.
My medic I'd reached out to them because I've wanted some first aid kit stuff around because guns and stuff. I mean, there is an inherent danger involved in it. So I kind of wanted to have some stuff around, and like through the Army, I mean, I did the TCCC and all that stuff, and I've been very medically minded. Like
You were
wanted
the
to
one
be-
on the ground.
Yeah, that's
Makes a huge.
I
he's
was
like,
doing-
I got this.
No, he's like,
I was doing
Shit, he's our medic.
I was doing
maybe we
self-aid.
shouldn't have let the medic shoot
Yeah.
the RPG.
No, I woke
You
up.
did self-made?
Yeah, I woke up. And
fuck?
I
My
looked,
boy.
yeah, I looked at my
no
arms.
shit.
Do they train? Yeah, you look for fucking. You're like amputee. I got to put a tourniquet on.
Yeah.
Like fucking now.
No, I looked at my arms and registered burn, and my wife, because I had told everybody where all of the kits are. I had a medium on my front, I had a personal on my rear, and then I had like a backpack style in the bed of my truck. And I was just telling everybody like the whole week, I was like, the bed of my truck, anything happens, somebody get it to the person, and then I will be there, and then the kit will be there. She remembered in all of this. She
Your wife?
runs to my truck.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and
fucking
she has
awesome.
no medical training whatsoever. Runs to the truck, gets the kit, and like as I'm coming to, I look at my arms, I register burns, and then I grab the kit, and I don't know who I was yelling at, but I was telling everybody, I was like, in the center pocket, orange packets, it's the burn mod. Orange packets, it's the burn mod. And was like rifling through it, and I pulled the one out, and I was like, "This is burn gel. This goes on my arms." I was like, "This is antibiotics. Like, I need
it
these."
was weird. Like all of us around him, our brains were going into shock, but his hasn't yet.
Autopilot.
Like he was just.
Well, he's still on adrenaline.
Well, he
though.
was.
Like,
Well, he was
that's-
like physically messed up, but like
Yeah.
his brain was still trying to force his lungs to make words and communicate with us. Like he was treating himself better than we were treating him for a bit until we figured out, okay, this is the layout,
And
this is
then-
all the burn gels, these are the pads we can apply, you know, all that
I
kind of stuff.
kind
that's
of-
fucking wild.
I kind of like remember Bryce, like you like had said something, or maybe I could just kind of sense that you had like you'd like snapped to like a champion, and you had kind of like taken over. And at that point, my body was just like, okay,
Yeah, I was trying. I was,
just back out.
yeah,
Like,
I was.
Can I sleep? No.
Yeah.
Well,
Good night,
that's
sweet
that's
prince.
also, to be fair, a bit of the TBI where you're just like, okay, head noggin needs to repair.
yeah.
Yep.
I'll see you later.
My electric meatball's misfiring.
My electric meatball.
So Burns, go tourniquet. There, not on the neck.
Yeah, not on the neck. Not on the neck.
But like it's
See you later, space cowboy.
But this,
This is so traumatic. He's like, why are you guys laughing? This gave me PTSD. I had nightmares.
Oh man. So
No.
then I woke up in the helicopter, and the first thing I did, I remembered the explosion, and it was the first time I'd actually like realized that I'd blown up. And then I remembered like lifting my arms up and seeing them, and I tried to do it again and realized I was like strapped down. And then my hearing kind of came back, and I was like, okay, I'm in a helicopter. And then I kind of like passed out again, and I woke up in the trauma bay. Fast forward a little bit though, this was super cool. Bryce sends me a screenshot from our the Ballistic High-Speed Instagram, and it's a pilot for Vanderbilt Hospital where I was. And it wasn't just a pilot;
Hold
it
on.
was the
Wait
pilot.
a fucking minute.
the pilot.
Vanderbilt Hospital. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
they
in
need to
Tennessee.
stop dealing with fucking YouTubers because I think that's exactly where Scott from Kentucky Ballistic.
Are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious.
Well,
I
it's
think he
the
got
place
airlifted to
go.
there.
Yeah.
It's the place to go.
So they're like, God damn it, another fucking YouTuber.
So we
you
rented
went to the right
a
place.
Well, we were by Nashville. We'd gotten a private range down there.
Yeah.
So we were like
Yeah.
already close to it.
I seriously think that's the same one, yeah.
I'm reading the DM. I was like, this guy's not a pilot for Vanderbilt. I was like, this is the pilot that flew me. So I DM'd him from my personal, and I was like, dude, I heard you just saved my fucking life. And he was like, dude, I can't believe, blah, blah, blah.
I guess he was a fan already.
He was,
and
he
flew
watches
him.
our channel.
Yeah.
So-
Which is weird.
What an
Flew
awkward,
extra fast.
awkward way to meet.
He lands.
So-
He's like, oh, okay. We're
I was
not
like,
getting a
Talking
video.
unconscious, he wears fine. He's like, man, I love that video.
No.
By the way,
So
by the
this
way,
is-
can we grab a selfie?
no, so this is
He's having the best. Here, sign this for me. He just takes your hand. He just draws it.
just in my blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about a hand plan?
It's just in my blood.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Jesus Christ.
So I got his number. And I just started texting him. I was like, well, I'm stuck here for like a minimum of 2 weeks. I was like, if you wind up here, I was like, I would love to meet you, like shake your hand. I was like,
That's
you
awesome.
guys are awesome. So I got out on a Tuesday. That Monday, he wound up at the hospital. So I got to meet him, and so it's a 3-person crew. He flew me, and then one of the medics, she actually came and got me on the ground, and she was there too. So back to the helicopter. I'm entirely unresponsive. They'd given up on asking me like your name, who's the president, birth date, all that stuff, because I'm just not responding. And they said out of nowhere, it must have been when I like realized what was going on. Out of nowhere, I just went, well, this can't be fucking good. And then they were all like, hey, what's your name? What's your name? And I was just out again. The only thing I ever said the entire helicopter, I was just me sitting there going, well, this can't be fucking good. And then I passed out again. I woke up in the trauma bay.
Well, first off, Bryce, awesome.
Like a
where
champ,
we are,
dude.
you dude,
Like a champ.
amazing
I
job.
feel so embarrassed. I don't feel like I
No,
did
shut
well.
the fuck up.
Dude,
You're
most
getting
people
good. You don't.
would
You
just like
I can
locked
tell
up
you're
forever.
white enough to see that you're getting very red.
No,
whenever you get-
my heart hasn't stopped since we watched the footage.
Well, and that's you're not trained for it. Like people out there, most people, all y'all have a great game plan. It's no different than boxing. It's like you have a game plan and you get punched in the fucking
Right.
face.
Yep.
Same for that. You reacted still good. You're like, hey, I gotta calm down. I have to call. I have to be direct. It took a
Yeah.
little bit, but you still got
'Cause, like-
everything
And
like
the
done.
important part is your cash buddy is still alive.
Yeah, your cash. I mean, sorry.
Man, I got to keep this guy alive.
That's all he's thinking. He's
I was like,
fuck.
burns, money.
There's no views if he dies.
Well, so we all have a joke that like if
you-
anybody in the group dies, we're all gonna just like capitalize on their
Oh, yeah.
memorial
I mean,
merch.
Yeah, we have a merch thing. Like
Naturally.
whoever.
It's like it's an understood agreement. Like Eli, if I fucking die, you and Cody better make bank on my memorial.
Oh,
merch.
dude, it's gonna be that we're selling tickets to the funeral.
So-
It's gonna be stadium seating.
no,
You fucking better, dude. Fucking cash that shit out. I'm not around. I don't give a fuck.
No,
Be
you
nice to
and
my
Lana,
parents. I don't care.
Most people entirely freeze up like long term. You and Lana, like I don't
I'm
know how you
surprised
guys
by
did.
how well she
no,
did.
you guys responded
Like all
excellent.
of our emotions stayed in check until you were up in the helicopter, and then we had a 40-minute drive to the hospital. We were both just like in silence, just like
No, like I've seen people in the TCCC, the Tactical Combat Casualty Care Course, in the military. Like it's their second or third time going through that responded like worse and slower than you guys did. Like you guys did like fantastic.
Well, what's crazy about
Case
like
in point, I'm still here.
yeah,
I can also tell that you
He still has
you
long
actually
john shirts on.
You genuinely care
Got
about him.
blown back into the 90s, but I'm here.
He woke up with long john shirts on. It's his
shell
style.
necklace.
He's
Shell
listening
necklace.
to Corn now. Freak on a leash.
I-
Shell necklace.
The shell
Jinko
neck.
jeans. It's crazy.
G-Shock watch.
I can tell you genuinely care about him though, because like the entire time you're talking about it, like
Yeah,
you
I'm
haven't
sorry.
stopped. Like you're
Totally
like
going.
you're going fucking crazy with like your
but
hands, legs.
what's
like,
crazy about like time perception when you're going through something like that is like my memory of the event is all crammed into moment, and then the next thing I remember is after I'd been treating his burns for a while. At one point, I was just standing there with his blood and burn gel and like on my face and on my arms, and just like seeing all these medics run down this hill and people smoke still dispersing, and I'm just like, are we sure this isn't a movie? Like this is like, what is happening?
It's that moment where everything's in like slight slow-mo.
Yeah.
You hear like the ringing in your ears, and it's just like,
And then like you get like that cinematic, like
Yeah, and then the
like the
helicopter
helicopter coming in.
It was
and-
like, and
so what did you do? What did you do after?
I threw all my camera equipment into my car as fast as I could and drove to the hospital. Like,
Fuck.
that's all there was to do. Oh, that
Saved
was
the high
so. When he asked me, "Did you get it in high speed?" Then it registered in my brain. I triggered the camera, but I haven't saved it. Now I have to go watch it to save it. So while he's laying there, I'm like trying to.
the medics were there. The medics were there.
Hold on. I just picture like burnt charcoal, you just looking like a crispy thing. Like a cook. You're just a cooked chicken. The grill's going. We know it's burning. And he's like, hold on.
You guys want to see this?
Holy shit, this is a. Dude, this looks so good. Dude, it's sick.
And the medics just drop him. I want to see.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, they all come over and you're like, hold on, it's saving.
Hold on, don't step on the cables. Don't step on the cables.
This transcode, oh my God, this is so good. So you can see him passed out at this. Adam, stop making noise. Stop screaming.
It's like, hey, if this is useful, I can show you guys. They're just like, oh,
Shit. Oh, he's dead.
Which is even better now because now we know that footage. He's like
yeah.
running into the doctor, is like performing surgery. He's like, have you seen
Will this help?
Does this help?
that recontextualized that conversation real quick.
Yep.
So I woke up in the.
Bryce's like, why are you making light of this?
All in all,
You have to at some point.
That's welcome to the club, pal.
Yep.
So all in all, I wound up with a TBI, laceration to the cheek, broke my cheekbone in 2 places. They didn't notate it, but I'm pretty sure it dislocated my jaw.
Oh, for sure.
And then I had a temporal skull fracture with a brain bleed.
Which you said fixed itself?
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about
they
that.
didn't have to
It's-
take. They didn't have to cut out a segment to
It's
reduce
wild.
it.
I got to talk to the neurosurgeon. It's crazy.
He was
and then I had
impressed.
10 to 15% of my upper
You got that
extremities
good brain, bro.
Yeah. He's got the smoothest brain of all.
Smoothest brain.
Your brain was
Black
so
just
smooth
slipped right
and
off.
small. The pressure. There's just no pressure
there
the
was a-
entire time.
If there was a single wrinkle, that would have fucked you up, buddy.
Boy. But there's just so much room in there. It just
Skirted right off.
That stuff goes over that faster than the Autobahn, man.
any
This-
other podcast would be like, oh my God, your trials and tribulations are so strong. We're like,
We're just
"Man,
like,
you have a
smooth."
smooth brain.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Look at your TBI, retard.
Yeah, nice half smile. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, the nerves in the half right side of my face are dead. They said
how long?
They said it's more likely to come back than not, but they said it could be days, weeks, months, years. They just with blunt force trauma, they said that they just come back.
So until then, it looks like he's mocking you when he smiles. He's just
I got like
okay.
the Forrest Whitaker, Harrison Ford kind of thing going on. And then
See, I just thought you were smug when I met you, you know?
no.
They call him Ghost Dog.
And then 10 to 15% of my upper extremities were 3rd-degree burns requiring skin grafts.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
Dude, after watching that
That's
footage,
pretty
dude, I'm just happy you're here.
recontextualizes it, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. Like,
You didn't
I
break
knew
any
it was...
teeth or anything.
That's what I was actually going to wonder. I was like, so all your fucking...
There's like sore still.
No.
but I just got out of the
Your
hospital
teeth are
a week
sore?
ago. But,
my
teeth are
teeth
sore?
bones are sore.
God damn.
yeah.
No, dude, well, I mean, that was...
His jaw moved so much that when I saw him, I thought teeth were like coming out. Like it was like
Holy shit.
that's what like really triggered the shock. Was like humans don't look like that.
Humans don't look like that. I mean, he was ugly, but
Did you
like,
push it back in?
No, like that. No, but you mentioned that. So one of the
Stop looking weird. Okay, there.
no,
hey,
but-
you look like shit on camera.
Hey, buddy, this is more for you than for me than you.
He's like, it's for the shot.
I'm tired of looking at it.
he just keeps like rolling my head this way, so it's like,
Stay over there.
Adam, can you make that sound again? I forgot to hit record on sound.
Adam, roll your sleeves down. I don't want to see that.
Oh, God. You know, the most important question is, did you bring those glasses on purpose?
Sure. I don't know.
Wait, did you?
Whose
know-
glasses are those?
Those are mine.
All right,
his
well,
signature look.
that triggers the shit out of me. Did you know about that?
No, why?
These glasses here?
Those are branded.
These are my, like, OG Amazon sunglasses.
that's where he
Those
got
are
them.
what?
That's where I got these back in the day. That was, like, when I was, like...
You didn't know that?
That was, like, 4 or 5
I
years
was
ago.
just trying
These
to be
are
a
my
cheap Tony
shades.
Stark. That's all I cared about.
So it's branded.
Well, now dude, I'm catching fucking strays here. seriously, I saw those classes immediately. I used to buy them by like 3 or 4 at a time because they're
know.
cheap as shit.
They're cheap, but they look good.
They look good, and I was like, man, I'll buy a couple of those as iPro, whatever.
break
You
so
go back
fast.
to my early YouTube videos. They're like $7
They're
a
like
piece.
they crack up in here and just barely work. But
I still have like 3 extra pairs at my house, dude. Those it's the same exact one.
wild.
It's
Well,
not, they don't look
unlike-
alike. It's the same ones.
Unlike you unsafe degenerates, I only wear ballistic rated Wiley X.
that you
Hashtag
just
not
got,
sponsored.
like, yesterday.
Yeah.
Wilex will send you the invoice.
They gave them to me for free.
Well, we're glad you're here, man.
So the neurosurgeon. I think this is super cool. If you like
See,
medicine.
he remembers stuff. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Pussy.
If you like medicine. So the
Stolen valor.
Do you want to see real TBI? Ask me what I had for breakfast.
You want to see real TBI?
Where's
Wait,
my-
what? What are you asking me about? What
Where are you?
Why are you in my house?
Why are you here?
Sir, this is the Wendy's.
Get the fuck out of my Denny's.
Okay.
Okay, neurosurgeon.
So neurosurgeon comes in and he's just telling me like how a brain bleed works because he's like, we're gonna have to I had to get CT scans every 4 hours. And if the brain bleed didn't slow, they were gonna have to drill and drain and do all of that stuff. So 8 hours in, it had slowed. And so they're like, okay, we're not gonna do like a brain surgery, or I don't know if it's considered brain surgery if they're just drilling, but we're not gonna do a surgery. And then 12 hours in, they're like, it's actually rescinding already. It's draining, and we can see that there's healing going on in the skull fracture. And I was like, in 12 hours? And so this neurosurgeon tells me, and
How are they doing the
I hope
scans?
it's true. It's just a CT scan.
Okay.
So he tells me that the reason, I couldn't have pain meds yet because with the brain bleed, they can't give you pain meds. So I've been getting my wounds like literally steel wooled with no, worst pain I've ever been in my life, hands down, bar none.
Jesus.
I can't, like, I've
Yeah.
read stories, Crispy's talked about it. I remember
Oh, it's
I got
terrible.
like a small injury on the tip of my fingers where they had to clean it like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, why are you
No, you were there for one of them.
Yeah, Lana and I were both watching it, and they were like, let us know if we need to stop. And the whole time he's just like, I'm like, Adam, it's okay to say, give me a break. And finally he was like, okay, I need a break. But like, I've never seen him shake
Well,
out
and
of pain
also
before.
your body can't regulate temperature when it's burned.
Yeah.
So I would go from like shivering cold to so hot I would puke, and then that would mess with my jaw because my cheekbone was broken. So the whole thing was just a revolving door of suck. But the neurosurgeon, he was like, the reason that you're not like feeling most of your pain right now is because your brain knows that if it doesn't fix this skull fracture and brain bleed, that you're gonna die. So it had like shut down the pain centers everywhere else so that it could focus
That's really cool.
on fixing the skull fracture and draining the brain bleed.
Well, that's nice.
I don't know why it turned them back on when it was done, though. It could have just left them off. It would have been fucking great.
I just like, there's that brain cell. It's like, okay, boss. Mission
Going on break.
accomplished. Woo! They flip it back on. You're like, you're screaming at your arm.
It's literally like tag back in.
Put me back in, coach. But then after that, I could start getting like all of the like IV fentanyl and like Dilaudid and like they just fucked me
Jesus
up for like
Christ.
5 days straight.
You just
Yeah.
named every drug.
Every
Oh
drug.
no, it
imaginable.
was. I mean, if I missed a medication by like in the beginning parts of it by like 30 minutes, it was like terrible, terrible. And then they'd have to come in and give you like an IV stuff. And like, I'm not a huge fan of like narcotics and stuff. But
Well, shout out to Vanderbilt for saving 2 of our friends' lives.
and everybody there was so awesome. They were all great, except that there was one guy. He tried to put pills in my mouth while I was asleep.
What?
Yeah, we asked
You
him.
Scoutmaster Kevin again?
That was me. I came back. And it wasn't pills.
You were black at one point. No, seriously, I was in my
This
bed.
is a very big pill.
You
Whoa.
Oh, wait. He can't move his jaw.
and
Oh,
I double checked. It wasn't Bill Cosby. I had to make it. No, I like woke up and he like had the cup and was like tipping it in my mouth. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, excuse me, sir.
my mom had come down to see me and I told her about it and she like went total mama. She's like, well, he's never coming back in your room again. And she went and found like the nurse in charge. She's like, I want that man off my son's case. And I was like, yeah, get him, mom. I don't have the balls to say anything. Yeah, you do it. I was gonna get I mean, I'm going to be in a different ward in this hospital.
Still trauma, but different trauma.
Man, 2 PTSDs for the price of one. Fucking
No, it'd
hell.
be for
Well,
the price
shit.
of two, for
I
sure.
mean, that is how we close that story in this podcast.
That was incredible.
Fucking Jesus Christ. That is the fastest podcast I think we've ever filmed. It's a longer one, but like,
That was. Thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
coming on. It's just, thank you for
Thanks
sharing the
having
story.
us.
And
oh my gosh.
fucking hell, like I know we make light of a lot of this stuff, but it's a serious thing. I'm glad you're okay, man.
I am too. The horrors persist, but so do I.
I mean,
Don't
same.
say-
Felt. For real.
guys, thank you so much for coming, hanging out. Where can we find you, you beautiful bees?
Primarily on YouTube, Ballistic High-Speed.
most of
We're on Instagram a bit. We're not as heavy as we should be into all the other social media platforms, but yeah, YouTube.
Just
pretty much
Ballistic
it.
High-Speed?
Ballistic High-Speed.
Boom. Oh, right there.
And you can
right
get
there.
that merch soon at Bunker Branding.
Yes, we
should.
actually, I think we're getting picked up. So
The same place you can find the unsubscribed merch, you can get their merch as well. So just all like wrapped into one big cart, like we're one big happy family.
I'll be like links. Can we do like the links pointing? Or
Oh,
we
yeah.
do
Do the
there's, like,
TikTok.
links down there. Yeah.
Anywhere you want.
Can we get like the coin runner so people will actually like keep watching? You got to like have the coin runner on half of the screen so people actually like focus.
I've never seen those.
Really?
You know the
Oh, you're not
Instagram
as
reels
tizzled
where
up as
they're
I thought you were.
the Instagram reels where they put the gameplay footage. below,
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yep,
the
yep,
cars.
yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Or like the GTA cars like rolling down.
We'll just
those weird
loop his
obstacles.
accident footage at the bottom.
Yeah, just for an hour and 40
Fucked,
minutes.
but I love it. Oh my god.
Show, that's a reel. Go. We're going to do it just for that segment.
slow-mo
We're
and
just
reverse and the slow-mo
looping.
and the reverse.
Like, man, this is great. Hey, we're gonna jump to the after show on Patreon now, so make sure you stay tuned or subscribe for that. Otherwise, goodbye, my beautiful people.
Thank you guys for watching the Unsubscribed podcast. We are joined by Eli Double Tap, our friends at Ballistic High-Speed. Thank you guys so much for showing up for the podcast, and we will see you guys in the next episode and/or the Patreon.
Say it. You got your line. Brandon Barbera, say your line.
And I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next podcast.